So I really believe that no one's born with a good sense of rhythm. I believe that children are taught it as they're developing, and the good news is that you can learn it as an adult as well. And we're going to just talk about the first two steps in getting started along that journey of developing good rhythm in this video. The first step is just to realize that all music has a pulse, right? It's not the rhythm. All music has a pulse, and it's the steady underlying heartbeat of a piece of music or a song that you would intuitively want to tap your foot in time to. So the good news is that most people can just do that, as I said, intuitively. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the pulse in this video, but if you are in any doubt as to whether you're feeling the pulse correctly, I've linked to a couple of videos in the description below. Go and have a look at those and then come back to this video, and then we'll jump into point 2. So once you're confident that you can feel the pulse of music, the next step is to learn how to split that pulse into various subdivisions. Okay, so I've got my metronome here with me, and the metronome's job really is just to give us the pulse of the music. And then we're going to practice the subdivisions over that pulse. I'll show you what I mean. Now I've got my metronome set to a meter of 4/4, i.e. 4 beats per bar, and the tempo or the speed is 55 beats per minute. So the metronome is giving us the pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the metronome's job, to give us the pulse. Now we're actually just going to ditch our guitars at this point because it's better just to learn to clap these subdivisions before we learn how to apply them as strumming. So the first thing we're going to do, the first subdivision is not really a subdivision, it's really just learning how to clap in time with the pulse. We're going to do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just clap on every click. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now the subdivision which is not really a subdivision, is known as quarter notes because we have 4 of them per bar. So the bar is broken into 4 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Super easy. The next subdivision is known as eighth notes, and that's where you split each beat into 2 equal parts. So you have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Notice how I'm saying the subdivision. 1 is the first half and the and is the second half. So if I do that with the metronome, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That's our second subdivision. The third subdivision is a subdivision called triplets, where we split each beat into 3 equal parts. And the way we say that is 1E and, 1E and, 2E and, 3E and, 4E and. With the metronome, 2, 3, 4, 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and 1E and 2E and 3E and 4E and. And I'm sure you can see where this is going. Our last subdivision is called 16th notes, which is where we split each beat into 4 equal parts. And it's called 16th notes because we've essentially divided the bar into 16 equal parts. So we've got, the way we say the subdivision is 1E and a, 1E and a, 2E and a, 3E and a. So we're saying the 4 equal parts per beat. So with the metronome, 2, 3, 4. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a. So now you can see why we set the metronome so slow, because when we get to those 16ths, things really get quite fast. So it's important to realize that the pulse doesn't change. The pulse has remained consistent. But the subdivisions of the pulse make it sound like things are speeding up. They aren't speeding up. It's just that the rhythm is doing different things over the same heartbeat. So the first thing I would do is learn how to go through each of those subdivisions, or for you like that, starting 2 bars of quarter notes, 2 bars of eighth notes, 2 bars of triplets, 2 bars of sixteenths, and then back through those steps again. So I'll show you with the metronome. 2, 3, 4 quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 eighths. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 triplets. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 sixteenths. 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 triplets. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 eighths. 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and quarters. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm sure you get the picture. So that's how we'd clap through all 4 of these subdivisions. There are more subdivisions, but that's really as far as we need to go for now. If you can understand that, you've really made good progress. So the next step is to translate those subdivisions into strums. Okay, so the quarters are really simple, and we're just going to mute the strings with the left hand. So we're not going to be doing anything with the left hand. Hold your fingers lightly on top of the strings so that when you strum, it makes a nice percussive sound. You don't want to be hearing anything like that. It must be all dead notes, right? Okay, so quarters are super simple. All you have to do is do a down strum on every click, on every beat, on every pulse. Okay, so with the metronome, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, for the eighths is where the upstrums start to come into play. So we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. As you can see, the down strums come on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and the up strums come on all the ands. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. With the metronome, it sounds like this: 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Try to say it as you go. Using your voice, I find often helps in the process of internalizing these rhythms. If you can say it, it helps to internalize it. So the next step is a bit more tricky. So quarters and eighths, super simple. I'm sure you'll agree. Now triplets is where we do down, up, down. We do that every beat. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. This is one way to do it. There is another way. You can go like this: down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But just to keep things simple for this video, I'm going to go down, up, down. It's kind of got a galloping feel to it. Down, up, down, down, up, down, da, 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 da. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E. And the second down on every beat is more just a bounce off the strings. Quick strum. 1 E and, because you want to come back up, ready, and be ready in time for the next down strum. So down, up, bounce, down, up, bounce, down, up, bounce, down, up. I hope that makes sense. With the metronome, it would sound like this: 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down. 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and. An important thing that just occurred to me is that, bear in mind, I'm not saying 1, 2, 3. How would it be? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Don't confuse that. That's a different meter. Okay, don't say 1, 2, 3. Rather say 1, 1 E and 2 E and 3. We're subdividing each beat into 3 equal parts. When you start saying 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, you're dealing with a different kind of meter. I'm not going to go into that too much right at this point. Okay, so 16th notes then is like 8th notes, but it's twice as much in the same space of time. So we've got a down, up on every beat. 1 E and A. Again, we're not saying 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're saying 1 E and A, 2 E and A. Okay, with the metronome it would sound like this. 3, 4, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A, 1 E and A, 2 E and A, 3 E and A, 4 E and A. Here you want to just keep a nice loose wrist. Don't be too tense when you're strumming, and you want to keep those subdivisions very even. So 1 da 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 da, not da 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 da, as even as possible, right? Okay, so that's really all there is to it. If you need to watch some of the points over again, do that to iron out any difficulties there may be with the strums and all the rest. What I'm going to do is do the actual exercise in a separate video so that it's easy just to skip back and watch and skip back and watch without having to go through a whole video to do that. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.